Hello, I'm Julia Cordova. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. I got off to a late start today because it's Labor Day weekend and my neighbors were having a party. A really loud party, but I think it's pretty well ended now, so you might hear some stragglers going down the street to get into their cars. But anyway, let's talk charts because this is going to be an exciting week. I'm very excited and very ready for it. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Okay. First of all, I wanted to explain a tweet that I did just a little over a month ago where I said I'll begin scaling into shorts even though it would be against the trend and just not even a good technical trade. I wanted to explain why I would do that, because if you have followed me for any amount of time on Twitter, you know that I am not afraid to knife catch. And you know that I'm not afraid to top call. I mean, I will, like, something could be exploding up and I will absolutely, if I think it's high probability, like my nuclear NQ short, I will absolutely take a stab at it. And, you know, you've probably seen me too, you know, buying oil, like at lows. Like, I don't have fear that way. So why? Nobody asked me this. I was surprised. Nobody, people said, "What? Wait, you're not going to wait for like signs of a trend reversal?" And I'm thinking, when have I ever done that before? I've never done that. Like, that's not my gig. I don't wait. No, sometimes I wait. I did wait for silver to turn around, but so why would I do that? Why would I scale in against the trend? And here's why. Because my thesis has been, not that I can't, you know, sell resistance if I support, but my thesis has been that something would happen, some event would happen, or something would happen that would make the market gap down in some way that would be scary for me. And I know that sounds odd, especially considering I do knife catch and whatever, but if I don't ahead of time know that if something is not moving, the price action is not trackable ahead of time, it just is very scary for me to make any trade. I freeze. I get like a deer in the headlights. So I very, very purposefully, actually, knowing that I would be afraid to short because, I mean, the trend is up and to the right. I very purposefully did this because I felt that a huge opportunity was coming to make a lot of money. And I knew that I would be subjected to all sorts of criticism and, you know, why can't you wait? Like, because I realize it's not the proper thing to do. I understand that. I'm not like an idiot. And I know what I'm doing too. I know how to hedge. I know how to do all of that. But I was just so fearful of being caught like a deer in the headlights and not being able to take the trade that I wanted, which was the short. And it's not that I won't buy the dip. I absolutely will. I'm just waiting for the right dip to buy. And so anyway, just because we're starting late, we're going to get to see some of this week's early action. Futures does trade, even though it's a holiday, futures trades until 1 p.m. Eastern today. So even if you don't trade futures, or obviously Sunday's a holiday for you, and Monday's a holiday for you, but if you do trade futures, we'll be trading right up until 1 p.m. I think it's 1 p.m. Something like that. Anyway, we'll be trading into the early afternoon. Okay, so let's look at charts. This is my weekly ES chart. It didn't quite get to my top trend line, and you know what? That didn't surprise me either, because that's another reason I wanted to scale into shorts, is just because I didn't actually expect it to. And you can see now, let's zoom in here. No, by the way, I mean, I think you can tell by looking at this. I think anybody can tell by looking at this. This is still not bearish. And in fact, last week, even though it was scary for a lot of people, and people were like, yeah, wow, those Robin Hooders got their butts handed to them. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Like, look where it ended. It ended right, like, it's still above the beginning of the week before. So what did they lose? Like a week of profits? They didn't have their butts handed to them. There's no pain in this chart. I don't see pain. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like, I want to see some pain. I mean, not that I'm a mean person. I am not masochistic like that, or sadistic. Sorry, I'm not sadistic. I'm also not masochistic, probably. No, I mean, I'm not sadistic like that. I don't want to see other people. I don't like to see people suffering, but at the same time, there's been a lot of taunting going on of anybody who tries to short the market. Like, even if you successfully short, people are like, why are you doing that? It's against the trend. Like, it's just very annoying. I don't usually criticize other people's trades unless they're jerks to me in some way. But anyway, this is not pain. I don't know what y'all are talking about. This is nothing. This is nothing for pairs to celebrate. This is nothing for bulls to be afraid of right now. Okay, now anyway, we're above the ambulance support here, still an RSI. Back below this previous high, which was 3397, and it looks like we're 3391 right now. We'd have to close below it for something really to happen. And who knows? A lot of times the beginning of the week is just the first wick or the first tail. So who knows what'll happen? But it's an interesting level to watch. That's the weekly pivot. That's the only weekly pivot I have on here, unless it goes way higher or way lower. So let's do that. Let's move this ahead, y'all. You know what? I like this cheap ass data that investing.com has, but I'm about to lose it with them. I'm about to lose it because you'll see on my daily chart they erased everything. It's gone. And I would tell you that they would fix it, except for they won't fix it because they never fixed my gold chart and they never fixed my silver chart. And so I'm going to be accelerating the process of moving the F off of them. But I'll still use them for crap data. But I won't be talking nice things about them anymore. I'll be talking very not nice things about them at this time. But anyway, these are the pivots I'm watching for this week. This is obviously the big pivot at 3397.5. That's the big pivot. That's the previous high. And then the one above it, 3612.26, and the one below it, all the way down to 3074. Could it get there? It's possible. It's possible, but it's improbable. But anyway, this is the big one. All right, now let's look at the daily. Look at that, guys. No lines. The only things that are left, this is like after some kind of huge war or something. I don't know. I'll have to redraw them, I suppose. I mean, look at it. Didn't. What is this? Why is it starting one of the MAs in the middle of nowhere? The whole thing is this charting program sucks. All right. Anyway, this is the only thing that's left from it is when I was marking off some tweets. That's it. So let's just look at it. Let's look at it naked. This is daily. You know, a lot of people bought the dip on Friday, and maybe that was a good idea. I mean, it certainly looks like a hammer, doesn't it? But you know, it's yet to be seen whether or not that was a 2-day wonder. Did 2 days wonder exist? I don't know. But I did not buy the dip as of yet. I am still short the NASDAQ, and I'll show you the NASDAQ in just a little bit. Now, I've been scalping all around my position, obviously, and I'll show you what I did there. But as of yet, I have not bought the dip. I would certainly let you know. I mean, look at this line. This looks like a good line to do it from if it hits all the way down here, or at least to start watching in lower time frames. And as of right now, this line is 3302. And this is on the daily, so it does change every day, but you know, somewhere around the 3300 level, which would be, you know, would be a good place to sort of, is that it? If it gets there. If not, if it gets right back above, guys, you know what, my bad. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just my opinion. I'm just sharing my opinion, what I think. Anyway, all right, let's look at the NASDAQ. Okay, you can see that so far today, and right now it's 6:50. I stopped the video for just a little bit because I had some dog issues I had to take care of. I had to go out. You know how it is. And plus, even though they have a doctor, they need an escort. Anyway, all right. So far today we have back tested the rocket line. I do not know whether or not it will hold. It's only been 50 minutes or so. But the pivots that I'm watching just on the daily here are this rocket line, which for Sunday / Monday overnight, 11354 is the rocket line, and then the line above that is 11741. So it'll only be super interesting, I think, for shorts if it gets below this 11250 again, because it will try to hold a lower low there, probably. And if it does, then that's, potentially a good place to take a trade. But if it doesn't, that's going to be an issue. That's going to be a big issue going into the next week. So that'll be, I think, the most exciting thing that could happen for shorts. But we'll have to see if it does happen. Let's look at the hourly. Okay. So from an hourly perspective, I mean, very similar stuff. Like I've only drawn uptrend lines, guys, here. You know why? Because it's still very bullish, and I don't want to fool myself into thinking that any kind of downtrend lines might actually hold. So I'm just looking for uptrend lines to break in terms of my scalps. And so from on, it's the end of this hour now, so I'll go ahead and move this over. There we go. So for the next hour, I'm looking at from the top side. I'm looking at, oops, why I want to move. Okay. So approximately, this is not exact, but I can't get this. Oh, whatever. 11679.5 from the top side. If it gets out of this channel and closes above, that'll look pretty bullish to me. And from a bottom side perspective, oops. Did I already have it there? Oh my gosh. Technical problems, y'all. From a bottom side perspective, it will start to look super bearish to me if it closes below 11179 on the hourly. So I'm just looking for these things to hold. And I mean, this would be super bearish, and this would be bullish. Okay, let's look at gold. So far this week, let's see. I'm just gonna, because yeah, I think it should be okay. But so far this week, we've sort of bounced up from the 9 MA on the weekly. If that holds, that would be a very nice, bullish looking, perfect technical weekly chart. Do people ever get that lucky? I don't know. But we don't have a tail or a wick yet. We just sort of have a green block. So we'll have to see if that holds. So basically, if the current low from futures holds, it will be extremely bullish. It's bullish no matter what. Look at this chart. But I am hoping for a precious metals pullback to get rid of some of the froth, to get rid of some of the bulls. So we'll have to see whether or not that happens or not. Still looks very bullish. If it does, though, test this MA again, this 9 MA, which is 1926.1, I'm going to expect it to lose it. I am. I think it's going to lose it, and I think it'll close a lot lower, or some amount lower. We'll have to see. Let's look at silver. Same thing here. So it looks like a gap up in the futures. Still just consolidation. Nowhere near. Silver is nowhere near the 9 MA. And so that also that might give us a hint, right? Maybe I transferred almost all of my precious metals holdings from gold and silver into just silver a while back, as you know. And I did that because I thought silver had a lot more upside. But at the same time, silver has some more downside as well. We never even really on this I don't know what you call it, like consolidation. We've never really even back tested the 9 of silver. So I would like for that to happen, and if it does happen, then we'll have to watch the price action there. But I'm prepared to either buy a breakout, which every week gets lower. So, in terms of having sold right here, I'm doing pretty well, I think, keeping my money out of it while it consolidates. But I'm looking to either buy a breakout or a pullback. And I'm just waiting, because otherwise it's not trading, it's investing, and that's okay. But I am just waiting to buy back my silver that I sold up there. So I still have 1/3 of a position, and I'm waiting. All right, let's look at Natty. I know my chart is a little busy, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all right. Whatever floats everybody else's boat. Oops, it's like stuck. All right. So Natty still looks super bullish to me anyway, doesn't it? It's up and to the right. It back tested this line where I said I was going to buy twice. I did not do the best job of buying it when it got to this line because I didn't have an order set. So let that be a lesson to everyone that isn't me, that that if I say I'm going to buy somewhere, perhaps I should set an order there so I don't miss it, because that would have been nice. Although it did back test it again, but it back tested pretty much where I bought before. So anyway, right now we're back testing this upper pink line. I'm giving it some leeway until it gets to the stash line, then I'll start to like wah wah at it. But if it turns around right here, superdy duperdy ooperdy bullish. Superdy ooperdy bullish. Let me just mark it for us. This upper pink line is, I'm going to move this down a little bit. Oh, I can't do that. All right, see, I don't like this charting program anymore. I don't like it. All right, so anyway, I'm going to watch 2.562 as the pink pivot. The orange dotted pivot is 2.527. All right, so I should mark that. Let me just. Let's see. First, I'm going to make the background orange, and then I'll make the text black, like Halloween colors. Anyway, 2.527. All right. Okay, so those are the pivots I'm watching here on the low side for Natty. Above, I don't really see anything until we get to 2.719. Look at this. On the fly. Can I do it? Can I do it? It's really hard. All right. Okay. Good, good, good. Now I'm going to save that. Oh, all right. Did it save it for me? I don't know. Let's look at coffee. Bullish. And really, it's bullish. And that's why I've been saying, I said that if it didn't touch this channel, 2 weeks ago I said if it doesn't touch this channel, it's going to be super bullish. And it was. And it is. So right now, it can do a lot of things all up and in here and still is superdy, ooperdy, ooperdy bullish. I would still not expect it to touch the bottom of this channel. If it does, I'm going to be a little like, oh, yeah, I don't know. But I just don't expect it to. I think it's going to go up and to the right. I am very, very, very bullish coffee. But I would welcome a pullback because I only have a 2/3 position right now, and I would freaking love to add my last third. Like, I did that out of some precaution, like, because I bought it way down here. I told you about it on Twitter right here. And yeah, we're doing really good. We're doing really good on our swing trade, y'all. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna make myself big. It's dark now. I hope I'm not like weird looking. Let's see. I mean, who turns weird looking in the dark? Not me. Anyway, thank you again so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my video. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I think this is going to be a very exciting week. And I will see you on the other side of the interwebs. Okay, bye.